Hi, so today I'm going to talk about the issue that affects not just the businesses, but the entire communities and the integrity of our economy, organized retail crime, or to be abbreviated as ORC. So it's not just like our average shoplifting, like taking something without paying for it. ORC does involve sophisticated criminal groups that steal large volumes of merchandise with the intent to resell it, often online, sometimes across state lines, and increasingly as part of a wider criminal enterprise. The groups are strategic, fast moving, and well coordinated. Recent reports do show that retailers are losing over $100 billion a year to ORC, and the impact doesn't just end at the checkout counter. It can it does contribute to the job losses over a year, higher prices for consumers, and in some cases even threats to violence to retail workers. And I can say that as being a former employee of like a store and everything, this does happen a lot. And like whenever you're busy in a retail store or like a grocery store, it does happen a lot, especially whenever it's busy and like you just don't catch them until like the cameras do roll back or something. It kind of like ties in like what was happening at ours, or like where we would get counterfeit money or fake checks and everything. So a question we can ask ourselves is, are our current criminal justice responses effective? Not really. One of the problems that we do have is consistency. Oh wait, no, inconsistency. Whoa, I'm all over the place today. Criminal penalties for retail theft vary widely from state to state. The patchwork of law allows organized groups to exploit legal gaps, targeting stores in jurisdiction and weakens law enforcement. Um, that's one of the things. The second thing is they're often going after the wrong people. Law enforcement tends to arrest the low-level offenders, that's the so-called boosters. They're easier to catch than like more of like the hardcore criminals are like well experienced with that. They go for like the lower ones who like are you can catch like that. The real architects of these crimes are the coordinators, the fences, and the resellers. Those three people are the main people. Um, and they do remain untouched, unlike the people that are stealing the stuff for the people to be able to resell them. The third one is the digital world has outplaced the law. Like, so stolen goods and routinely resold online marketplaces where anonymity and lack of oversight make it easy to operate under the radar. So, like, honestly, you could go anonymous on Facebook Marketplace and resell all this stuff, is basically what I'm trying to get at. Like, you could go on Facebook Marketplace, like, you can go um, Etsy, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and there's so many more other ones that, like, you could do, and it just, boom. But what can we do now? So, like, and how can we respond to it? We need federal legislation, and it defines and targets the organized retail crime, the ORC. Several proposals are on the table, including laws that would standardize penalties and provide funding for task force. So it would be easier for law enforcement across jurisdictions to coordinate and prosecute these cases effectively without like it blowing up. And another one is we have to hold online marketplaces more accountable. Um, they need to inform, customer act, and it is a good start. And it does require high volume online sellers to verify their identity. But more can be done. Marketplaces do need to collaborate with retailers and law enforcement to flag suspicious listings and shut down bad actors more quickly. This happens a lot on Facebook Marketplace, and honestly, I don't do it, but like whenever like I just do scroll on Facebook Marketplace because I just be bored sometimes and just like want to see like, oh, what do they have on there? It does happen. It does look sketchy. And another one is that we should invest in intelligence-driven policy, policing, and technology. Data sharing platforms between retailers and law enforcement can help detect patterns and track organized groups across the city and state lines. And that kind of coordination does work with the financial crime, and it could be a game changer and like help like find more people who are doing retail theft and doing all this stuff. But we need to stop treating the ORC as a low level crime, because it's not. Like, they're stealing, like I stated before, $1 billion a year, and it's causing people to lose their jobs and everything. So it's like they think they're getting the win in a situation, but they're not. It's like making like a bad outcome for the people who do have jobs, and if it is like the only job they have, like, it's causing them to get fired. But prosecutors should pursue these cases under racketeering or conspiracy statuses when it is appropriated, and recognize that this is organized a repeat criminal behavior and it's not petty theft. So to conclude what we talked about, organized retail crime is evolving, and it's in our criminal justice system. It needs to evolve with it and like get better about like finding these people, not just going for like the lower things. They need to find like the resellers and all those other people. But by unifying our laws, embracing technology, and prioritizing smarter enforcement, we can better the businesses, workers, and customers, and make a decrease in the ORC.